I remember back to, well, not too long ago, I was looking at a company and looking at what's their purpose, what's their mission, why are they driven. I was helping the client as she was looking at what is it the purpose of this company, what is its mission, because it didn't really have it written down. The board didn't have written down what they wanted to do. They had this general sense, and they listed some words out on the website for their company, for their organization, but they didn't really live it. They didn't say, this is what we do in a concise way. They just had this general sense. And if you might have seen this in many companies, we want to be the best provider of whatever in this region or in the world. Or, well, good morning, Lisa. Welcome. Glad you could make it. We're talking about right now organization purpose, organization why. Yesterday we talked about spark, walking with a spark, and creating out of this ember that grows within you a spark to light up, to inflame in a good way others, to help them get into their purpose and to be really, a ripple effect or a touch if we continue the burning ember of bonfire to get to that bonfire, to as we get more and more people enlightened and enthused about their purpose and working into that, into their why, then that will lead to a bigger result, a bigger legacy, a bigger effort that leads to a better world, a better community, a change in philosophy, a change in mindset. So one person can touch and then move forward and create this effort or create this effect, and then move forward, and they touch people and they touch people, and pretty soon you have a larger effort, a larger tribe coming together towards some purpose. So as I was mentioning, I was working with this leader of this company, and she's trying to fine tune what the words are, what the mission is. And I think it's a valiant effort, because if you just say you're the best provider, what would be your why? What would be your family's purpose? If you just said, we want to be the best and encourage our children to be the best, to grow good people. It's pretty vague. How do you get people enthused about that statement? How do the family members come and say, that just speaks to me. I'm just there. Yeah, we want to work together and make you be the best. Be the best of what? So we put a lot of words into our mission statements as a purpose of our own selves, of our team, of our organization, of our community, and they're vague. Now, if you have a very defined purpose, which I'm sure you have some thought into that, what is your purpose? What are you here? What is your burning desire to achieve? What would that be? If you can succinctly state it and tell me with passion what that is, what you're out to do today. Is it working? How much of your calendar, how much of your day is spent on fulfilling that? That's a good start. Now, when you go into the workplace, which you probably are, and you're maybe seeing this on recording and going to share it or comment, but you're going to take a look at it, you're going to say, okay, I come into work and I'm just checking the clock. Is it that? Or I really come into work because I enjoy what we're doing. We have a purpose that is well defined, and I can see where we're going. I can see the progress we're making. We're making a difference in the community, or we're making a difference in what we do to help others, to lift others. Now, you can say whatever you want about FEMA, about Federal Emergency Management Group, and what they're doing in various areas in Texas and Florida and beyond in Puerto Rico. You can say what you want, and sometimes our structure doesn't support it, and sometimes we're stretched thin, and we have growing pains. But what's their purpose? Their purpose is to go in and help turn around a catastrophic situation and make it better, get the utilities back online, get people to have food that they need because they can't get anywhere, get housing, get, electricity, water, all the essentials back up into place so that people can return to a normal life, or a more normal life than what they are experiencing. Now, that's not exactly FEMA's purpose, if you would go to look at that and see their statement. But people who are working in FEMA, for the most part, are believing that, or working in that. And why is that? Because maybe their why is they want to help people restore lives. They want to go in and they feel fulfilled when they help others, and they can see that family receive some food, or receive some care, or some blankets, or being able to walk back into their house after the tragic storm has passed through, or the dam is broken and they're able to get back in and assess, and and sure, there's probably some grieving, but they see the ability to bring back to out of a situation that requires emergency care, to bring back normalcy. Do you tie into your business? Do you say, this is my purpose? Does your team have a purpose? Sometimes we might align with the organization why, with the organization purpose. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't even think about it. Do you think about it? Do you think about, when you work at a particular place, what their purpose is? And maybe you're a disconnect. Your purpose doesn't really match the organization purpose. And maybe you've also realized that I'm not really crazy about working here. It pays the bills, but maybe in your team, you're more aligned with your team than you are with your organization. And does your team have a defined purpose? Simon Sinek in Find Your Way, his newest book, talks about this nested why. And sometimes we can't identify with the organization purpose. It is out of sync with where we are. But we can see our role in our team, and by extension that, with other teams coming together and making a difference that ties into the organization. So maybe we don't have the whole purpose alignment, but we can align with the smaller team of people that we know, we trust, we believe in, we work together on and with, to accomplish that which we are called to accomplish. Is that perhaps what you can align with? And you go into work and you say, I'm glad I'm here today because XYZ, because I was able to make a difference today in somebody's life. Now, people in healthcare might have a better sense of that purpose because they're able to tie in and say, I want to help people. I want them to be better. I want them to, get over their illness or their injury and help them recover. And so they're working in a place that accomplishes that. But maybe they're not as connected to the team as they could. So as successful leaders of teams, perhaps you need to sit down with your team and talk with them and walk through what is it the team does and what is everybody's role in that? How does each individual person's why ties into the team purpose? Help them see that. It may bring everyone closer together because then they start creating communication, create a connection with each other, create a discussion with each other, and intimacy, so to speak, of knowing each other, knowing why they're there, knowing what they want to accomplish in their time at work, and what they're going to do. Maybe they do it beyond. Many healthcare professionals also volunteer their time beyond because it's important to them, important to their inner being, that they continue to do things outside of the workplace. So where are you developing and where are you providing services? So today we're really talking about this nested why of alignment of your purpose with your immediate team. And then from the immediate team, does it fill into where you can see your role helping to reach the organization why? Because you've got a well-defined team view, and you can see your role in the team, and you can see how the team adds to the organization. So sometimes it's very hard, as we've talked about today, to go from yourself to your organization purpose when you just have a small role and you're not sure where that connection is, how you relate the purpose of the organization to your purpose. And maybe you're just waiting for that next thing, the next opportunity that you're growing into that will lead you to where the organization why or the team why aligns with your why. When you do that, you get your joy, you find your fulfillment, you find that which will equate and make you have a more effective life, more happy life, a life that is filled with joy of doing something to make a change, because you are called to make a change. You're called to be something more. You are called, just as I'm called, just as people around you are called, each uniquely to deliver something. I was watching a food show, just close with this, I was watching a food competition of teens, and I was surprised and remarked to Lisa as we were watching this, because we kind of like Food Network together, but this is the program Chopped, and it was a team tournament. And in there, in the first episode, first couple episodes that we watched, there were a couple teens that were really tied in. They knew their purpose, which was amazing to me, because we keep talking about, well, people really don't understand their purpose or understand the full purpose until they get further in life, until they've experienced things, until they've fallen down and had this catastrophic event in their life. And here's a couple kids that are 15 to 17 years old that are making a difference. One had the ability to work with other youth to make a meal for President Obama when he was the sitting president. Another is hoping to win the tournament because she would take the funds and support her ongoing charity with children in Harlem to make sure they had fulfillment. They had a recognition of it doesn't have to be the way that they are experiencing. There's more to experience in life. And I thought, wow, how different, how stark of a contrast it is to most of our lives in high school, where we're just trying to get through the grades and have some social time. And these people, these kids are giving up some of their social time to make a difference already in their lives. And I know generations think differently about it, and I'm from an older one, and we thought differently. But it's the same thing that we can do every day. So make a point today, do a purpose check. Check it in and say, hey, this is my purpose. Do I understand what I'm doing at work? Do I understand how my purpose aligns with the work environment? Or maybe it doesn't. And that's why you're not feeling as valuable, as worthy, or as making that large of a contribution. Maybe people are saying, you got to do more. You got to do more. You're not giving us all your potential. Don't give them your potential. Give them your investment of your efforts. Give them the things that will help you feel fulfilled. Help them reach their goals, but reach your goals in turn. So if we build that nested why, we can see a larger effort, a larger impact to the world around us. But it all starts with you. It starts with your purpose, and it starts with you becoming aware. And I'm starting a 11-day awareness challenge, and I'll bring you some more information as we go through. But it's a good way to share and think about this nested why and say, okay, where am I today? Do I understand my purpose? Do I understand where I'm going? Do I understand what feeds me, what fulfills me? And take the next step to go towards that. My name is Joe Dutkiewicz. For those that don't know me, I help to think through with you and elevate you to your apex so that you can look and think beyond, to recognize that there's not this wall in front of you, but there's a sky beyond. Take care today. Like, comment, share. Somebody needs this information today, and I know you know that person. Give an opportunity to share it with someone. Whether it's through a link and an email message or a text message and say, hey, I just saw this. I thought you might be interested. Check out yesterday's Spark with a Walk with a Spark, and a Walk with a Spark. It's a good preamble to this. And some of the other episodes we're talking about finding this purpose within us and finding that level that's going to take us up to our apex. So be well, take care, and enjoy today. Enjoy finding out where your purpose aligns and what things you can do to bring it in alignment if it is not. If I can be assistance, let me know. Be well, take care, do good things, okay?